Fallout New Vegas has a wide variety of weapons. What if you were only limited to getting one kill of each weapon? Can you beat Fallout New Vegas by only using each weapon once? I woke up from my beauty sleep to have a creepy man staring over me while I slept. I gave myself a name. I then created the most beautiful character the Mojave Wasteland has ever seen. I then assigned my special into a skills that I thought would be important, then put my skills into speech, and then got some trait skills, and then talked to Doc Mitchell, and he gave me everything I needed and told me to go to Sunny Smiles to get a varmint rifle. I got the varmint rifle from Sunny Smiles, talked to Joe Cobb about Ringo, and then we went outside, and he told me that I had to kill Ringo in order for him and the Powder Gangers to take over the town. I killed Ringo by using a spear and cutting off his head with one clean. I then reported to Joe Cobb, telling him that Ringo was no longer going to be a problem to the Powder Gangers. He told me I had to get some supplies from Chet, Doc Mitchell, and then I would be able to talk to them. I killed Cheyenne with a varmint rifle. I then killed Sunny Smiles with a throwing hatchet to the skull. I then killed an escaped convict using a tire iron. I then played a card game I didn't know how to do, so I just quit. I then killed the convict at the front door using a revolver, then killed another with a landmine. And then after 5 pieces of dynamite, I finally killed at least one convict with the dynamite. I then killed another with a knife, and then killed another with, I don't know what that was, I then killed another with a weathered 10mm pistol. I then talked to Deputy Beagle, who told me to go to Novak to find Benny. I then killed outside a convict with a BB gun, and then made my way to Novak. I then talked to Manny Vargas at Novak, who told me where I could find Benny, but before I went to go find Benny, I went to go get Boone as a companion. After sending Boone's wife's murderer in front of the dinosaur, I got him as a companion to follow me around and kill the people I didn't feel like killing. I made my way to Boulder City, talked to Jessup, who used to work for Benny, and asked him where I could find Benny, and he told me I could find him at the Strip. I then got 200 caps from the King, and since I'd been selling every single weapon I found or used to stores, I had enough caps to submit to a credit check on my way to the entrance to Freeside, or the Strip. I then submitted to a credit check with having just barely enough caps to get into the Strip. I then killed Benny with a suppressed pistol. I then grabbed the platinum chip from Benny. I then went to Mr. House, gave him the platinum chip. I then watched Mr. House's Securitron demonstration. I then made my way into Mr. House's control room. I then killed Mr. House using a switchblade. I then went to Yes Man and told him that Mr. House was out of the picture. I then watched Yes Man inject himself inside Mr. House's computer. I then met the White Glove Society. I then made my way to Red Rock Canyon and talked to the Great Khan. I then talked to the Brotherhood of Steel, who were afraid of some scout outside their camp. I talked to the scout outside the Brotherhood of Steel's fortress. I returned to the Brotherhood of Steel and told them I took care of their little problem. I then met with the Boomers and asked them about stuff I didn't care about. I then met with the Emeritas, and they told me even stuff I don't care about even more. I then reported back to Yes Man, telling him that I met every single faction he told me to meet. I then put the Overrider in the El Dorado state. I then killed a Centurion using a carbine shotgun. I then killed an NCR heavy trooper using a machete. I then killed another one using Benny's pistol Maria. I then installed Yes Man into the dam's control system. I then killed a Prime Legionary using a pull. I then overrided the dam and blew the engine up. I then killed a Centurion with a flamethrower. I then killed a guard with a sniper rifle. I then killed 1 or 2 guards with a grenade launcher. I then clubbed another guard in the skull. I then passed a speak check with Legion at line. I then passed another speak check with General Lee Oliver. And then Yes Man introduced General Lee Oliver to the ground. Thank you for watching this video on whether or not you can beat Fallout New Vegas by only getting one kill of each weapon or only using each weapon once. I hope you all did enjoy, and please don't like the mic situation. I hopefully will try to get it suited out by the time the video after next week comes out. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.